won't do it again, but I'm just showing it because it's a quick enough model that I could show some principles that will make this worth it. So again, actually what I'll do is I'll just copy this to the clipboard because I don't want to go ahead. So what I want to do is show two more, like I said, two other modeling methods. So actually I want to go to use the ring tool again, and I'm going to convert that to faces, and then I'm going to delete the face. Okay, so there you got two pieces, but there's still one model. See, object. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is separate it. So now it's two pieces. And now I'm going to do, see if I can get in close enough to see this. That was a little tight, but let's see if I can see this. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to go and actually hit Y and grab that into faces again, and then delete that. And then I'm going to grab this and that and separate it again. Now it's two. Now I've essentially separated the top from the bottom. So if you made a polygon, a flat polygon, just one flat polygon, no depth, no surface, and you made it and divided it or extruded it out and extruded it and curved the plane, if you go to the side like this, I think, yeah, that's, still think that's one, hopefully that's, looks like, yeah, I think that's one polygon. It might be off. But basically, I might be missing a polygon. Let me turn off the grid. But basically, if you had one plane, that's one polygon, I think. I can't tell. But if you have one plane, then you can grab this one plane and go to, and you can do this in Form Z, and there should be a tool called Extrude, and depending on the orientation, you can literally drag up the surface. So because it's a polygon, and you gotta make sure that these are not separated, like it's not at each edge. And I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it, like keep faces together so that it becomes an inside shell and not each individual polygon. So it'll extrude the whole thing as one. So if I just grab a bunch of faces and delete it, there's no bridge in between this one and that edge and inside there, so it becomes a hollow shell. And so now with that, the level of curvature that is on each one, you can see this one curving in. So even if you take this back here and go back to the side, and you had this curved up even more. So if it was completely flat there, and then you curved it up even more and extruded even more, you would still have, go here, G, and then you extrude it. You can see the curvature coming in on that. So there you have it there. Oops. And then again with my insert edge. So this is one way to do it really quickly. Same thing. It's the same process. Then you start building out your edge, and right here what I'm doing is I'm scaling it out. But you know, typically my mind goes like that might not be, if you go from the top, it won't be totally perfect. So if you bring it out to the side too, now that has the same thickness around it. So, and then, so you have the same deal, and then you could go ahead and do it again and start to put the edges right near the top here and right near the bottom here. And that's a simple way to, you could also probably do it around the edge here, but it's probably more complicated because it will go through, you know, so it can't go through the triangle, so you have to go there, and now it'll go through the triangle once it has a stop, and then you delete that edge and then delete the vert, and it didn't even handle it there, so you have to put it on both sides. And so there's ways to do that, and then you can, you know, you can manipulate it even more, make that edge there sharper. So that's another way of doing it. So that was literally, you know, once you get a flat polygon and curve it to the side, you can extrude it. And there are extrusion tools, and I'm just clicking, just to be clicking now. So there are extrusion tools in in Form Z that will take care of that. So that's a quick way. Again, you make a flat polygon, and I'll show you here. I'm up to 7 minutes. So that's the same thing. So I don't know where the flat polygon to, and I'm missing my interface stuff there. So I'm gonna skip that. But here I want to show you another method of creating that. Goodbye. I don't think I can skip this. I want to create here. Actually, polygons, polygon cues. So, like what I was saying with that, you just do this, then subdivide it, and there's actual ways to just go here and go and start to change the level of subdivisions here. And then you can start to pull these out. You know, you get the gist. I gotta actually use verts. And so it's very quick to start to do it there. And then once you get this, and then, you know, add your divisions, and or you could do it from these, like this could be there, and then you just turn it up and then extrude it out that way, and you all automatically get the rotundity on the side. Okay, so that's one way. And then here's another way that also ensures quads. So if I go, here's a second method. And again, it's a simple form, but it can be complex. And there's other forms that it just took me a long time to just wrap my head around. So here, you know, to understand, and some of them you just gotta do it in order to get it to work. You know, until you start and you say, okay, well that doesn't work, that doesn't work. So here is the method that was always confusing to me, because I never saw this tool before I learned Maya. And so it was very confusing. I did not understand why people modeled like this, and it just took me a long time to get it right. And so that's the extrusion method of modeling. And you just extrude a face, and every face you just hit, you repeat the tool, extrude the face, and you just keep doing it until you can get, and you can extrude, scale, and so now just click on this, and you can probably do the same thing in Form Z, and learn how to do it in Form Z. You know, so here's that edge, and then you can move it up a little. Oops. Here's that edge, and it's sorry, it's I lost it. There. Go here. Click on this. Click the Y to turn it, and then go back here, and then extrude it again. Boom. And so now you're getting, you know, you could turn it up, turn it a little bit if you want to get it, to get the rotation of that edge in the direction you want, and then move it here. And this is how everybody modeled, and I just couldn't wrap my head around this because they would model everything, and it's not really necessary to do it this way. And then you can scale it in, and then extrude it again, and then just do it. It's a free-form way of doing it, and it's good if you want to model like that. And so this is, you know, and you gotta, some people really take the time to do it like this, and you still have to clean it up afterwards. So I don't really see it, but it was just like this was the only tool they used. But the thing about this, and when you do it like this, is that no matter what, all your faces are going to be quadded. And so you almost can't lose with it. You know, so all your faces, you can go in here and clean it up. But all your faces are going to be quadded. And so you can either insert one down here, or I don't know how this is going to react, but you can put a poly here and then here. And so I'm not so fond of this, so I would go here and bring that back and smooth it back. But, you know, because I don't like this. And so this is what happens in a model, because then those faces become very skewed and almost sharp. It's almost like a shard. And so I don't like that kind of method there. So, and again, because when you go to UV map it and things like that, it'll be, it could be problematic. And you want to keep the UV map faces and things like that as nice as you can. So I would go back here and then grab this one and that one and then clean those back up, and again try to keep a certain amount of quadding with that. But as you can see, let's try to grab that one in the center. You can go to the side and clean it up. But as you can see, and then with this the method, like it's a world, the movement is like a world movement, but you can actually go like the way you move a face is based on, let's say, the object space, and so it moves a little different, or even more so what they would call normals. And so here is the actual, let me go back here. So here, when you grab, it moves perpendicular to the surface normal. So for some reason I'm not getting it, but for normal average, there we go. So there, I don't know, one of those works right. So, and then so you'll be moving it along the plane of it. And so again, I'm just doing a preliminary part of it. I'm not really trying to keep it super clean, but, and again, I will move this back because I wouldn't want it to be so perfectly, so there, so there, you know, and then here that's a quad surface. It's actually 4 points in there. And so you don't even have to worry about triangles, which, you know, triangles aren't so bad to worry about, but some people are like, you know, you don't want to have total too many, but you want to minimize it. But if you were concerned about any kind of shading, then that would be the case. So here again, you know, that's taking an average of those. So it's a very, very quick way that you can. I don't think I cleaned those two out. So anyway, I'm getting tired. It's early in the morning. So then again, you can repeat the same process of inserting edges. And so with this method, you know that it's perfectly, those edges are rotated based on the direction of it. So it sweeps along the rotation of it. And again, that would mean you would have a perfect surface. Oops, I'm cutting that wrong tool. Edge ring. And so I think it's just these type of tools. I think you can actually even move this based on the normals. I don't know. Scale it based on the normals. Or it may not be. But still, point is you can go here and then that way. And even it out. And just if you eyeball it a little bit, I don't think that's right. I gotta go back to the world coordinates. So, but definitely, you know, because it's curvature now, you would move this to the normal. So I would just like deselect a certain amount of them like this, and then just move it, and then go back to the side and then move that out. And you know, you can pretty much eyeball it and send it, and you would get the same shape, the exact same shape, and it would be really great. And you could do it. Of course, I didn't work on the rotundity of that. That could still be edited, especially now that those are really nicely in there. So, you know, a lot of kids enjoy surfboards, and teenagers, they're big, big sports, you know, on the snow slopes and ski slopes. So it's a very good thing. And you can go here, you can do it just how you want. You know, you just want to move this. Or you can edit and just pull these curves without putting a lot of polygons in it. So you can have two edges like that. So that's another method of creating this. And then you would duplicate it over and finish out the model. And that was from a cube. And so there you have it. I think that's at least 3 methods of doing this successfully. And again, I'm not going to go into it, but I have particular models, particular forms that I just couldn't wrap my head around either. You know, and not to say that you didn't get it, it's just that the type of modeling technology that you're using can make you overthink it. And so I just wanted to post these. I'm not going to be able to do this. I rarely had the time, but you know, I just happened. I can't finish some other work right now, so I'll just figure I'll take a few minutes and go ahead and do this. But then, like I said, this is all quads. I don't know why it says triangles up here, but there are no triangles in this. So that's why they use this, because, and I'll tell you quite honestly, you know, there's like faces and stuff with Maya. People would tell me, no, you can't even quad stuff. You can't get rid of some of what they call T subs. And I believe that they have that in Form Z. So they have Q subs, T subs, quad subs, triangle subs. So when you get your cage, your basic cage here, and you subdivide it in form Z, then you have a choice between T subs and quad subs, and they might have some other methods now. Cage, I don't know, but you know, again, I would try to elude this. You know, even still, you can, you know, might take this out completely. You know, it depends on how you want to do it. You know, but I don't like the scrunching of this. You know, it might depends on what you want to do. It might work. And then UV mapping this will be fairly straightforward, straight up and down. And that's it. All right. Hope this was, again, the reason why I'm doing this is because you should just take any form and just learn how to hold out the surfaces. And it's not so easy. And certain forms, it's harder than others. So, you know, just go ahead and, like here, like this, and then go and go here and go to extrude, and then here, that's not right, that's the point. Gee, this changes the method. So here, oh, I forgot which way it is, but I think it's this. I forgot. Boom, boom, and it's easier to do this, and now I remember like how you do. If you you have an extrude tool in Form Z, and you click on it, and they extrude every side. So here's the trick with this object here, and then it's something. It's literally, it's called whether you keep the faces together or not. And if I click that off, I believe that will do it. So if I go here, and then I go extrude. Try to remember. That's it? No. Something like this. No. Anyway, I'll just do it really quickly the normal way. But in Form Z, if you just grab that and extrude. So here, I'll show you this. Here. If you take something like a form like this, and then you would do the bottom. I'm not going to do the bottom. But just like this. G. And how do you make this? Question is, how do you make this hold the form when you go to smooth it? So instead of making it look like that, like you know, what edges would you put in it to slowly make it I lost one too. Oh, it's right in front of my face, right? So to go in here and to start to make this form hold out itself. So this is what I'm saying as far as just learning how to poly model in a way that I think that's horrible. And still, this won't be perfect, but how you make that hold out. So this is where it gets nasty, like in the center there. But literally, how do you maintain forms? And when you can get to where you can make this a very clean, smooth poly form and hold it out like that, that's poly modeling. And that was just something that, you know, I have another video tutorial that explains the basis of it. And so try to take a look at that, you know. Okay? And it'll help. It'll help, you know. Like I say, it's not personal, but unless I see those type of understanding in the modeling, then unless it's just a model I just don't care about, or I get it really cheap, I'm like, you know, it generally won't fly. Okay? All right. Have a great day. God bless.